On this episode of the Civic Couch Show, we tour the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. We start off with the White House. To take the self-guided tour, you must request tickets from your member of Congress. The tour leads you through the East Wing and the State Floor. Next is the most popular tourist destinations, the museums. D.C. has more museums than you can see in a year, so we'll stick to the few of our favorites. Ford's Theater National is the site of the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln, and directly across the street is the Peterson House, where the president was taken after being shot. He passed away in one of the bedrooms there. One ticket will get you into both the theater and the home. Next is the Lincoln Memorial, a monument built to honor the 16th President Abraham Lincoln. It's located on the western end of the National Mall. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his historic I Have a Dream speech from the steps below the Lincoln statue. Located just outside the Lincoln Memorial is the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. It honors the U.S. service members of the U.S. Armed Forces who fought in the Vietnam War, service members who died in service in Vietnam, Southeast Asia, and those who were unaccounted for during the war. Also located next to both the Lincoln and the Vietnam Veteran Memorial is the Korean Memorial. The main memorial is in the form of a triangle intersecting a circle. Within the triangle are 19 stainless steel statues. These figures represent a squad on patrol, drawn from each branch of the armed forces. The National Air and Space Museum of the Smithsonian Institute holds the largest collection of historical aircraft and spacecraft in the world. The museum's two buildings house thousands of artifacts showcased in exhibitions on aviation, space exploration, and planetary science. The National Air and Space Museum welcomes more than 8 million visitors a year, making it the most visited museum in the country. Another one of the more popular museums is the National Museum of American History. This museum collects, preserves, and displays the heritage of the United States in the areas of social, political, cultural, scientific, and military history. It is part of the Smithsonian Institute and is located on the National Mall. March and April are popular months for visitors. This is the time that the cherry blossoms trees burst into color. There are nearly 1,700 cherry blossom trees lining Washington, D.C.'s tidal basin. Georgetown is a historic neighborhood, commercial, and entertainment district located in northwest Washington, D.C. Lined with quaint cobblestone streets and 18th and 19th century architecture, the neighborhood is a blend of old and new. The commercial quarter of Georgetown contains high-end shops, bars, and restaurants. Georgetown is also home to the Holy Trinity Catholic Church. Established in 1787, this is the oldest Roman Catholic church house of worship in Washington, D.C. President John F. Kennedy and his family frequently worshiped at the Holy Trinity. There's a lot that we could not add to this episode. There's many other destinations to see in Washington, D.C., and to cover them all, we would need to make a movie, not a short online video. Thanks for joining us on this short tour of Washington, D.C.